Peace and shalom. I have been testing a couple of theories. One of the theories is that we existed before we came into these earthly bodies. We existed in the stars, we existed in the heavens before we came into these bodies. In the past or before, we may have been an amalgam of one another, and then certain attributes or traits came into a body that created who we are today. That's one theory. The other theory is that we have the power to speak what we want into existence. So if I'm going to take these two theories and allow it to change the way I look at things, the way that I do things in life, one of the things that I do is pray. How will that or those two theories change the way that I pray? So I'm taking the traditional Lord's Prayer, as some people call it, but I call it the disciples' prayer. It's not the Lord's Prayer, but it's the prayer for the followers. And how will that prayer be affected by these two theories? So that's what I'm going to share with you today. So in the Bible, it's found in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 to 14. And it starts off, after this manner, therefore pray ye. It starts telling you what to do. A lot of people leave that off and they just start right in with our Father, which art in heaven. So I'm going to take it away from this paternalistic God outside of myself, and I'm going to think about the God that's inside of myself, or the power that's inside of myself. The power of God, if you want to say that, inside of myself. So instead of me saying, our Father which art in heaven, I say, to the eternal, for which I am at one. I'm still enjoined. I'm still a part of it. I'm still a part of that amalgam. Even though I'm in this body, I still have that connection that I had in the past. And then it says, hallowed be thy name. Instead of me deifying something, I say I'm forever grateful for this system. And the system that I'm talking about is a system that allows me to speak what I want into existence. The words, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. What does that mean? Thy kingdom come, meaning the way that God wants things to be, that's going to come, and it's going to be in the earth like it was or is while we're in heaven. We're not having wars in heaven, and we're not fighting each other in heaven. So in this case, if you're going to try to do this, you're going to figure out what your job is on the earth, okay? And you can stick that in here, but this is what I say for myself. I accept as my charge to bring the peace, shalom, and all needs met that I experienced in the heavenlies into this earthly realm. I'm not going to get excited. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to, get frustrated about certain things. I'm going to remain at peace, and I'm going to bring that behavior into this earthly realm with me. Give us this day our daily bread. So that's one of the verses. To me, that sounds like, oh, please, sir, may I have some more? I don't know if you guys know about that, but that's a play called Oliver. I guess they must have had a movie, and that's one of the lines in it. So I don't think that we need to be asking for our daily sustenance in that way, like we need the big paternalistic God to give this to us. So what I say, because I only want to say what I want, right? I don't want to talk about the stuff that I don't want. So as an example, in the Bible, when God says, let there be light, God did not say, my God, it's so dark around here, I can't stand all this darkness. The darkness isn't ever mentioned. Just what you want is mentioned. So instead of, give us this day our daily bread, I say, every day I am well nourished, there is money in my pockets, to attend to all of my cash flow needs. And then sometimes I list things that are very specific. But I won't say what my specific things are, but you can stick in your own thing in there. Then it's, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. That's the one line I didn't change. I am struggling with it. But there are people I need to forgive. And I'm sure I've done things that someone needs to forgive me for. So I've left that one alone. And lead us not into temptation. Well, once again, I don't even want to mention this temptation thing. I don't want to mention anything negative that I don't want. But when I used to read that, I would think, okay, that would be like the temptations of sin, the things that would keep you separated from God. It could still mean that, but I change it a little bit and I say, I trust the system. So to me, that's the temptation. The temptation would be to not trust the system or to not trust God. I want to rebuke that. Okay, so I'm going to always trust the system. I trust the system. I use the system to make manifest my desires and to move this earth around like water to assist me in achieving my goals. That's what I want. Just get out of my way. I'm trying to do something here. Leave me alone. Let me do what I'm doing. Then it says, but deliver us from evil. Once again, I don't want to mention the evil. I only want to mention what I want. So I don't say anything about the evil. What I say is, keep us all safe. Because that's what you're looking for in reality. It says, deliver us from evil. Right, we want to stay safe. So then I list certain people. I'll even list organizations. There are things that I want to keep safe. And then the last of the disciples' prayer is, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. And then people say amen. So I recognize this is not my system. I did not create this system. It was already going before I got here. So I say, this system is yours and I'm using it successfully. I'm healed from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. And then I end my prayer. Sometimes I don't end it. I might want to continue on and say things that are not, there's no formula for. But that's what I've been doing with the disciples' prayer to help maybe bridge the gap from the way people looked at the Bible at one point and the words that were in it into something that people can use hopefully in their lives today. So, as usual, feel free to comment. What are your thoughts? Let's have a dialogue. Video me back. How about that? Share it with your friends. So everybody, that's it for tonight. Take care. Mwah, mwah. Peace and blessings. Bye.